Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
We
that was some
totally didn't
funny shit.
we didn't start this out perfectly already once.
Oh my God. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, happy hump day.
Oh,
Uh y'all missed it because I thought we were live and I thought I was screwing up all the stuff. Uh so then she realized we weren't even live, so it was kind
I
of
kept
okay.
going, why is everything clicking? We're not even live.
I'm just like, don't let me touch things.
Oh, it was hilarious. So much
This is
fun
what
because it wasn't
happens.
me. It wasn't me screwing it up this time.
That was 100%. That was 100% on me. That was me being like, "Oh, I'll go ahead and click
Let
this."
me help
She
her
hasn't
out.
clicked it
She's
yet.
struggling.
Yeah, like she hasn't clicked it yet. I'll just go ahead and I've already found it.
Oh, God.
Ah, smooth. This is
Okay.
what happens when I don't have like a pour beforehand kind of thing.
This is
Normally I
my
try
first
to
pour tonight, too. Might as
theme.
well start out with barrel strength.
I'm changing it up tonight and starting out with Buffalo Trace instead of Knob Creek because my Knob Creek is
Oh,
low and I need more. So,
got it.
well,
Fair.
I'm not drinking great whiskey tonight, so it's fine.
Okay, let's see who's here.
What's up, everybody?
All right. Michael's here saying, good evening, all you wonderful whiskey people. Michael, WMD. Des is here, and Taste and Sensibilities here.
What's up?
Malam is here. Is
Yes.
centered and angled a new term for getting trashed?
We're getting trashed without even having alcohol yet.
Yes, we're gonna make up for last time. Okay. Matthew Parks is here saying, evening, you two.
Cheers,
Fresh
buddy.
cracked Castle and Key. First time,
Ooh.
decent pour. Do you like that? You know, I went to Castle and Key, and maybe it's just what they had at that moment, but I couldn't find one that I liked. Now, I
Yeah,
don't like gin, and they had a gin that I liked. They made
that's so
me
bizarre.
a Paloma with like this grapefruit gin
Mm,
or something. I don't remember now.
mm,
It was so
mm,
good though. Anyway,
mm.
sorry.
Do love a Paloma. That's good.
Who else we got here? I think Joseph Brizo. What the hell are y'all doing here?
What's up, Reza?
Hi.
I do
Parks
love that.
Place. Oh, what?
Hey, I do love that. Michael WMD is making it easier on us now.
To say
We
the
were
name
trying with the whiskey Jarrig, and then
forever.
Ma
Yeah. It was like
it
me
was
learning how to say beignet.
Mathan Mathan Jarrig, something like that. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Still gonna get stuck on it, Michael, but
And then Parks Place is sipping on some Indri single malt with my good friend Doug, about to switch to Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. Funny, I was just talking about that. Our friend travels for work and just got back from India. And of course, we needed some Indri. So, but then
Yes.
he brought back, show you what he brought. He was wondering if I was going to drink it tonight. I said, probably not on my disappointing whiskey thing, but
Great. Wouldn't
oh,
go.
look at that.
Oh, it's a bunny! Bunnahabhain Angladic. Mhm.
Right? That's what I did when I saw it.
That
So,
sounds good.
limited edition release, World Traveler exclusive. It's a
So you
liter.
can't get that here.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a liter, and it is, looks like it's 100 proof. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm
I
excited.
feel like I like that distillery just because you can shorten their name to Bunny, and that's
Bunny,
adorable.
bunny, bunny, bunny. And then he
That's
brought back
pretty much
another
all it
one
is.
that they have out there. They're out there
Oh,
drinking.
nice.
Well, Blue
Nice.
Boona. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Sounds like we
Um,
can't get that one in the States, though. Traveler's
Dave
edition.
says, cheers, women whiskeys.
Hey, cheers, Dave.
Cheers. Good to see you.
How's it going?
So yeah, he got that in the duty free. He went to India, Europe, or France. I think he
Oh,
said he
wow.
found that one in when he landed in Paris in the duty free there. So
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh man, I can't wait to like travel again one day now that I'm a whiskey drinker and like be able to look
it's
for that stuff.
it's so hard because you're in the duty free and you see this stuff that you know you like and you can't get it anywhere else, but you can only take like 2 liters.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like
So I mean, when we went to
choose
Scotland and
wisely.
Ireland, we just shipped our clothes home so that we could take 2 liters and I could take 2 liters.
You know, well, I went to Canada last year and of course, like just my luck, they had like the crappiest selection at the duty free store on the way back. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
none of this, it was like Maker's Mark and Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's happened more than most. That's what happens to me.
yeah,
Apparently, in drive single malt in drive.
injury. Maybe
It's
we said it
injury, but
wrong.
I'm trying to figure out if he's making a joke or if it was a autocorrect or whatever.
Maybe there was an autocorrect or we said it wrong. Something,
William
something.
Hall says, "Cheers to you, woot! Looking good,
What's
ladies.
that?
I'm still in awe of this duo and such a great partnership." William Hall,
Thanks,
I love
buddy.
that. Uh,
Thanks, buddy.
oh
Pretty
my
excited for
gosh,
it.
you guys want to hear a funny story real quick? I know I'm long-winded. I'll shorten it.
What's up?
I mean, it's not funny,
Did
haha. It's funny, like, oh my god, I have to turn
like
around
what's
and pick my
next?
heart up off the floor.
Oh God.
So we all know that there was some people that won some pretty cool stuff recently. There was the little book, The Infinite, and there was the John Bowman pick.
Hmm.
So I was sending things to the delivery people to deliver them, make sure they show up on the doorstep of the people that won.
Right.
And the delivery person that was going to take that over to the person comes back and it's in a bag in a bin. And when I open up the box, it's shattered and the inflatable is not inflated anymore. It's in pieces. And it just smells of whiskey. There's liquid, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And all I could think of was I only put 2 boxes out for someone to pick up and deliver that day. One was the Infinite,
Yeah.
and the other one was the pick. So my heart died a little that day.
You sent me that picture and I was like, please tell me that's not the little book.
So it was the first time in 4 years that has ever happened to me because it's essential oil. That is right. It is essential oil. And I have a cleaning and maintenance company. So, I mean, we have cleaning products too, and they
Right.
can smell really potent.
Right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
so my heart, I'm like dying. And I'm at home getting ready to leave for work. And my office manager was like, this just happened because that's where I have everything go to and from his work. And I said, what's the name on the box? And she's like, she tells me the name, and I'm like, oh, not William Hall. She's like, no. I'm like, it wasn't the Infinite. Oh my God, thank God.
It's like oh,
I mean, I'm not
thank
thrilled that
God.
it was the Bowman either because that was a
Right.
pick and I can't get another one. But
Yeah.
I have many other things that that person might want even more than the Bowman pick.
Right.
So,
Yeah. That aren't
first
quite
time
so
in four
expensive.
years. Whew.
Yeah, that oh
Sorry, I didn't shorten that at all. I'm so sorry.
no, it might have even been made they might have even grown and late. It was like my dad telling one of his stories about, catching a fish and the fish gets bigger.
Apparently,
It's
I
like where
haven't
the story
recovered
gets
from
in.
it yet.
Well, it's like your first,
It
like when you're telling it out loud, it's like reliving all the emotions.
is. It was.
William's like, oh, thank God. Yeah, yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh, good, Mom. Yeah. So I'm glad we didn't have an incident with the beanie because um
Go figure. It wasn't that though. You could drop kick the
okay.
beanie. That's fine.
Oh,
You
Miracle
shush
Martini.
your mouth, Miracle Martinez. Shush your mouth.
Oh, that's
Enjoy it
awesome.
now. We're gonna come back and kick y'all's asses the next time. That was brutal. Huh, that was a rough weekend for sports. What's up, MC?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say that that stuff was well protected, well protected. So, oh well,
I feel like
it is what it is.
I feel like sometimes
Uh,
they're playing soccer or something. What's up,
prescription
David?
bourbon, cheers. Okay, checked my baggage with a couple of bottles of whiskey and my laptop. Whiskey bottle survived, but my laptop got crushed.
Oh
Okay,
no.
the only thing I can think of is that that particular bottle had one of those metal, like, hanging medallion things on
Oh,
it,
maybe that
and
stabbed
maybe
the
it
inflatable.
had the inflatable, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
That's similar.
that's possible.
Okay, what are we
Lame.
talking about tonight?
We are discussing whiskeys that kind of got our hopes up and then disappointed us.
Kind of like that box of whiskey.
Kind of like
Kind of
the
broken.
winner of that bottle thought they were gonna get one thing and then it broke. Yeah, basically.
And just for the halibut, we decided that
Yes.
to honor the upcoming Valentine's Day, um, we have got some funny, well, odd date stories off of Reddit, and we're going to read Reddit date stories in between the time that we talk about disappointing whiskeys. Because if you're going to be disappointed, you might as well have a few laughs in between.
Right? Because I was thinking, it was like, oh, you know, if we were trying to stick to some kind of theme, like, and it's disappointing whiskey, it's like, what are some disappointing dates? And I actually texted Nick. I was like, can you think of any like really disappointing dates that we've been on? And he like thought of one. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. But I think the funny disappointing. I don't have like really great bad date stories, like from
Mm.
any significant other kind of thing. So that I can remember at least.
Really
Maybe they
bad
just
date
wait.
stories. I have embarrassing ones, and it's usually at my expense. So they're funny, but they're usually at my
Right.
expense
It's
because
like, do I want to?
I'm an idiot
Yeah.
sometimes, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
I feel like
It's fine. I
normally I
embrace
like
who I
block it out. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I just block them all
am.
out from my memory.
So that was a discussion we had, Mom. He says, does bottle price have an impact on the disappointed factor, or is it just the flavor? So there were plenty of whiskeys that, even in just the last year, that I was very disappointed on based on what I paid for them. We kind of decided to go with, oh, I
He
love
was asking, so I had to show it off while you answered.
that's my sweatshirt. Well,
Yeah,
that's
buddy.
your sweatshirt. But,
Well, it's a women whiskey sweatshirt.
I did say halibut then. So anyway, we decided when we were chatting is we didn't even mean to. We both kind of picked them on. We were really excited to get this. We had our hopes up, and either we overpaid or either way, we were so excited for it. We got it. We were like, oh,
Yeah.
well, that was
Yeah.
disappointing.
Yeah. I think I think they kind of vary. Like for mine, it's certainly not just price. It's also like availability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I never see this in Utah and we're traveling. We're not gonna buy a lot of bottles while we're traveling. So it's like, oh, but like there's this one. I'm definitely getting this. And
Yeah.
then it turns
You
out
take up
like,
space in your suitcase, or
right.
you have someone go through the trouble of acquiring something for you.
Yeah, yeah. Get your hopes up, yeah. Uh
Okay, so
Bourbon's got his stories ready.
oh,
Uh,
see, and you guys dropped some of those stories in there.
right?
That's never happened to me, but oh, that's a thing.
No?
Okay. Mark Evanecker's here. Okay. So
Perfect.
what was
And Josh,
your I didn't
you know,
I didn't
rank
do mine
him
in
per
any kind of
se.
particular order. I just have them.
Yeah.
What is one of your disappointing whiskeys?
Okay. I'll go with here. I'll go with this one. I'll go with the least interesting first, I think. One of mine was Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered because they didn't have it. It was not in Utah. I got one from the Turks, like when it was all the rage and everybody was losing their minds about it, kind of deal. I got one
Yeah.
from Drifting Drams, the Turks, and it was freaking delicious. And I was like, oh my God, this stuff is so good. So then Nick and
Those,
I went
those
to,
ones they first started with, those were
it was
good.
so good, and everybody was just like losing their minds. And then Nick and I went to Windover, and I got, and they had it because it was Nevada. So of course they had all the smoke wagons there.
Oh yeah,
And
they're everywhere.
we went there to buy our Secret Santa bottles for Livewire's Secret Santa that they do.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I bought this, and I think it was a tumbling dice. And if I was going to give this as the Secret Santa, because I'd never had a tumbling dice, and I was like, well, I don't know, that one's unique. I'll give that one. The person loved the tumbling dice. I opened this and was like, well, this
Oh,
this one sucks, but so
oh.
actually now I'm
Aren't you
looking at
glad
the
that you
number
didn't give it to
though.
someone else?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm grateful that like I gave him like the bottle that was good. Although right now I'm looking, I told you earlier I went and grabbed these from storage. I think actually
Mhm.
this is the good one because it's batch number 69, and I feel like that was a funny
Oh,
when the Turks sent it. So I'm like, actually I think this might be the good one. We might have even drain poured the, I don't know where the other one is. We might have, it was so bad. Like Nick didn't like, it was just very kind of minty and weird. Like
I
it
think those
was,
are when my
oh,
friends come over and they want to make cocktails.
I did grab some today while I was in storage just for cocktails that I was like, oh, this would, I was like,
Yeah.
I keep wanting to make a cocktail and then being like, oh, I don't want to waste any of this whiskey on a cocktail. I'm like, what should I use? Uh,
Um,
I'm not really a
Blame
list.
Katie, says James Morgan.
I blame them for tricking me into believing it was all delicious.
So
So,
I've had multiple smoke wagons, and so far I haven't had one I don't like. But I will tell
yeah.
you, after starting out so great coming out of the gate, that some of the more recent ones I was like, they're still good, but I'm like trying to reach that first kind that they had that was so good.
Which was funny because it's like you're used to, like, I know,
The other way.
if I remember correctly, right? It's not their own distillate. So,
Hmm.
like, um, when it normally, like Castle and Key, for example, right? Like, normally when it's their own distillate, often it's like really young. And so, like, no, you don't really expect their first stuff to be all that good,
Hmm.
kind of deal.
Right. Yeah. You
This
expect it to be
this
the
did like a
opposite.
reverse. Yeah, this did like a
Mhm.
reverse Uno on us, and it's like, here's some really great stuff, and then now that we got you hooked, here, buy our crap.
Yeah. Okay, you pour that.
Yes,
I'm going to tell our
kind
first
of.
story off of
Okay,
Reddit.
all right,
And I
let's go.
am going to, just so you know, I am going to summarize it and cut some parts that she tells a story like I do. Okay. So I'm going to cut some out for the sake of
so,
time, but
so you're
everything
all
else will
welcome.
be on point. Okay. So this is off of Reddit, and it says, so after 2 weeks of me, 33-year-old female, dating this guy that I'll call Tom, 29, male, I had a week off from work. So I've been dating for 2 weeks. The connection was extraordinary. He decided to take a week off too, so we could go on vacation. Pretty fast, he admits, but you know. So they get to a quaint coastal town, they get their Airbnb, they laugh, made out like teenagers every few minutes. As night fell, we needed to look for his car to return to our Airbnb, but couldn't remember where we'd parked. Um, after about 20 minutes of walking and endless chatter, there came a stomach gurgle, which silenced me immediately.
Oh no.
Not just a regular stomach sound. Oh no, my friends, this was more like a war cry. Once the first was released, the others followed suit, and my stomach began to feel very much out of sorts. War had been declared.
No.
I felt an accompanying wave of nausea and instantly regretted all the rich chocolate pastries I'd ingested earlier.
Oh no.
I fell silent because I knew from experience that if I were to awaken the sleeping dragon, all hell would break loose, and handsome Tom right next to me, that could not happen. So I walked silently and animatedly, he's telling me a story, and I did the occasional grunt or haha, you know, to
Oh.
throw him off. I didn't want him to figure out something was very, very wrong. I started to feel cold. It was about 9 degrees. As if on cue for the chaos that was about to ensue, it began to rain. Torrential rain, like cats and dogs type rain, not just a drizzle. Then the wind began to howl. No joke, I swear, the team up above was playing me hard. And I thought, are you fucking kidding me? Here I am in the middle of
No.
nowhere in a storm with all the shops and restaurants closed for the day, a hot stud by my side, and explosive diarrhea about to spray from my butthole. I thought to
No.
myself, this is it. This is how I die. Oh, cruel, cruel life. At that moment, Tom looked at me and said, "You're awfully quiet all of a sudden, gorgeous." I'm squeezing my sphincter muscles, silently screaming to my body that it is not yet time to release the kraken. Let's hurry up so we can get out of this mess and be warm and cozy at home, I said. I can't walk fast right now. In fact, I can't walk at all. At this point, I revealed the rumbles in my tummy to him. I was too far gone to be embarrassed. I was in survival mode. Death by diarrhea was not going to be written on my tombstone. The only thing that prevented me from releasing myself there and then was Tom's presence. And I was freezing, had several layers on, it was raining, and still could not locate the car. I was not about to poop myself in front of my potential future husband. Not today, Satan. I rebuke thee. The only thing that prevented, I already said that. So the man immediately had a plan. He walked me to a closed up shop to shelter me beneath the traffic light and said, "Stay here." He went and searched for the car. So I'm going to cut all this out because he's looking for the car. After what felt like an eternity, he came back, got out in the pouring rain, hobbled into the car. Guys, I almost didn't make it back to our Airbnb. The grimaces, moans, and facial expressions were very unsexy. At one point, Tom turned to me and said, "If you need to poop your pants in the car, you can. I have my dog's towel in the back. It's covered in white hair, but who cares? Y'all, if this ain't the one, I give up on love." So with every fiber of my being, I willed myself not to give in to the demands of my bowels on the first day of vacation with this amazing man. Finally, we got to the Airbnb. He did have to carry me. And as I sat on the toilet after forcing him to go outside and listen to music with headphones on, I finally released a gasp of simultaneous relief and anguish as I gave in to the sweet surrender and expelled every iota of demonic waste from the hell that was my bowels. I stayed on that seat until my legs went numb and nearly blacked out. I even went back 4 times total. My gut took great care of me and my guy made sure I was hydrated. And that night, after I felt better, we laughed. We made love 4 times after I showered every part of my orifice.
That's impressive. She didn't say if they ended up together?
It does say at the very bottom. And yes, to all the romantics out there, we are currently in the happiest, healthiest, and most loving relationship.
Yes.
Ironically enough, I still cannot allow myself to fart around him.
What? I mean, in a way, it's a beautiful love story. Like, what a test.
I think he was going to let her poop in the car.
Test. Like, come on, that's the ultimate. I mean, hey, we keep doing this.
Beach Center Bourbon, love this channel. 217 away from what's it say? 31K mark. Still trying to
from the 1,000 mark.
He is would you say 3 away? 13
217 away.
207. I was having trouble reading that. 217 away. If you have not checked out Beach Center Bourbon, go over there, check it out. Let's get him there tonight. Everybody just click. I don't know if we'll get him there by next week.
Yeah.
Share his channel to other people, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Get this.
Lago Brewing is here.
What's up?
Cheers.
Buddy.
So excited to see you soon, you and Lucy. Never trust a fart at our age.
To be clear, that was a story from Reddit. That was neither of ours.
Right, that was from Reddit, so, in case you missed that part. It is not my journal.
All the stories.
Florence.
Yeah. All the stories being told tonight are from Reddit.
Hi, Tom Anderson. How are you?
What's see. Up?
Meanwhile, we figured if we're going to talk about how disappointed we are with whiskey, we needed some smiles and laughter as well. So we got a few of those coming in between.
What does this mean aside from Backstreet Boys? I need help. BSB. What does BSB mean aside from Backstreet Boys?
That's Beach Center Bourbon.
Oh.
It took me a minute.
Backstreet Boys. That's Backstreet Boys. Thomas Anderson. I'm glad we're both
Um,
fans.
I'm pretty sure that's our generational difference. No.
That's Backstreet Boys. I don't care what generation you are. Team Millennial, I think.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
Okay. So
I
what
think
is
that's just a nice
your
way of saying, please hit the like. Um, Smoked
how
tamales.
how dare you say?
I love that name because it just
Oh
makes
yay!
me so hungry.
Right? It reminds me of visiting y'all. Just having tamales.
It's so funny when they came to visit, I bought like 2 dozen of tamales because I
That is
felt bad for this lady that comes around and sells them. They're okay tamales. They're okay.
and
But
they're
she puts in the work, so I buy them. We go home and then we all kind of want to go out. So we leave the tamales at the house and go to how do you say that?
taqueria.
Taqueria.
Taqueria. Yeah.
Taqueria. Got it.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Okay. So one of yours was that smoke wagon
So
so
mine
far
was
that you
smoke
didn't like.
wagon. Also,
Okay.
this was actually the good smoke wagon, so I
Was it?
I disappointed in showing a disappointing whiskey. But there was another one that was awful. This one's quite yummy.
So I'm gonna say mine I have down the old granddad 16.
Okay, what proof was that? Do you remember? It's back there.
Um
I almost tried it when I was there.
I have it over there.
It's funny because everybody swears by old granddad. Like I love the 114,
Okay, 100.
but
I
a
thought they
lot of
were the
people say
same.
it is 100 proof. Okay, a lot of people love the bottled and bond. I think, and my husband agrees, trash. I can't like people are like that's a good
Really?
value bourbon. Nuh-uh. Nope. I'd rather Jack
Mm,
Daniel's number 7. Like I don't. Ugh.
no, take
Not
that
even as a
back.
mixer. I can't remember the
Take
last time I
that
had
back.
Jack Daniel's number 7, so I can't say that for sure. But
No, no.
no, I think Old
I,
Granddad Bottle and
I
Bond.
think
I think it needs to
I
be
think it's an
114.
okay budget bourbon. I mean, I am totally happy drinking that. I think it's fine. I like for budget bourbon, I'll take JTS Brown over that any day. But I do like the bottle and bond way better than that Eau Grand 16. A very good friend of ours acquired that for us, and I'm pretty sure he's in the chat. I'm pretty sure that I'm so sorry to say this, but I have to be honest.
Yeah,
I was very disappointed.
yeah. So it's aged 16 years, right? I actually don't know anything about that one.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It
No
was
good.
well. It's not that it was bad. It was that I was so excited, and
Yeah,
it was a little more expensive, and
right.
it wasn't good.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah,
great. It wasn't great. So
yeah. Is it just like oaky? Like just too oaky or drying kind of thing, you think?
it's
Do you remember?
it's got a
Or just
really
not
weird
complex?
undertone flavor to it that
Mm,
was too sharp, and it almost had like a bitterness for me. And it was oaky, but I love oak,
yeah.
so that wasn't really an issue for me.
But it's like I feel like if oak is out of balance, then it's like it can very much go like that kind of like a burnt almost kind of thing,
Mm.
you know?
Um,
Uh
that's what I was looking for.
oh.
Cheers! Cheers to you.
What's that?
Okay. All right, so that was my second one. What?
What?
Yeah, we sang pull down your pants and sterilize the ants. And
I
I mean,
mean,
we
James
sang some
Morgan's
weird
English.
shit, but
James Morgan's English. Donald Rance is Canadian. I'm like, maybe it's a thing, a Queen Rooney thing.
oh, Thomas Anderson even got a backup.
Of the OGD 16 of the yeah, it's still Old Granddad or of Backstreet Boys of all your Backstreet Boys albums.
Okay, wait. Dave, you paid $190 for a Woodford double oaked and you didn't like it? I haven't
Ugh.
tried it. I do like the Woodford double oak. I've not tried the double oak. So that's interesting to hear. Maybe I won't chase it then.
I'm the rare person who does not like
Like,
double oaked, like the Woodford double oak.
oh, a lot of people don't. I do. Um, I
Too
really like the Starlight double oak.
I haven't had that one. I had a sample of the 13th Colony double oaked from my whiskey lab, and that was bomb diggity. That was
I
delicious.
really like the 13th Colony stuff they're coming out with. Um,
Okay, James, we're not taught King Henry V's little ditty. I don't know. Do you know King Henry V's little ditty? V is five,
that's what
right?
they sang it to? What?
Yeah,
No.
like, that's not helpful. What is that
Put
tune in the
ice in the
United
double
States?
double oak. I mean, if you have it, it's worth trying, right? If you didn't care for it neat, throw some ice in it and see how it changes it.
Yeah. What's the proof? I don't like throwing ice into something like low proof, so I don't know like what the proof is, because then it might just become
No,
easily too watery, you know?
but why, Audrina?
Loses flavor.
What's your thought behind that?
Of putting ice in
Of
low
not
proofs?
putting ice in a lower proof one.
Because like it loses the flavor. Like I think it easily loses a lot of the flavor. I can totally get putting ice in like a higher proof whiskey because like
Mhm.
normally there'll still be enough flavor to come through and you can really like, mellow out the sharp notes or whatever and get different flavor. But I feel like if it's too low proof, then you get into just watery and no like significant flavor to go with it. I don't know.
There
That's my
is,
thing.
there's not a lot of whiskeys that I think are better on ice. There is
Mhm.
one. Don't laugh at me. I already told you. I'm going to be honest. In the summer, some
Tell
of
it
you
like it
know
is.
this, I like to take Jack Daniel's single select and put it on ice and
I
float
do
in the
remember
cooler.
you saying this. Yeah, yeah, I do remember you
And if
saying,
you
and I
want to
think
try it,
that's
it's
like
about
94
twice a year I
proof.
do it. It's usually in
Yeah,
summer,
yeah,
beginning of summer, end of summer. And the
yeah.
problem with that is I'll drink like a third of that freaking bottle doing that because it goes down so
Yeah,
easy. I don't know what it is about that particular flavor, but I do like it.
this is what I'm
It's
looking
like
for
my
now.
Taco Bell. Okay.
Bro, don't come at me for my Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Okay. I'm saying I like it like I like my Taco Bell. You know,
I'm with you.
the tamale every now and then. But
Yep.
sometimes I just want Taco Bell.
Yeah. Taco Bell is my guilty pleasure for sure. So, no judgment whatsoever.
Why is my
Uh,
laptop trying to do a virus scan right now?
because it wants to do something. It's like things haven't been off the rails enough. Let's get it
Let's do
back
it.
off the rails, right?
Right?
uh Neat water, ice, and granite, and see where it comes in. Every bottle of juice is different. I mean, my
I
thing
like
is
that.
like if I try something neat, like I get that, but like if I try something neat, like I'll do it for sure with some of my old Forester single barrel proofs because like some of
Mhm.
them just drink hot even after they've opened up for a bit. They still drink hot. So those ones I'm so willing to like add a little water, add some ice, and see like how that might help it. But like if I've tried something and it tastes good neat, then I'm just like, well, I don't want to waste any of it trying it other ways.
No, you should. I
This
think you should though. I think
is the
it's
frugal
interesting
me.
to see what changes.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
the frugal me.
oh,
Uh,
Mala. Yeah.
are
In
you
fact,
kidding?
you should do a side by side blind with a Taco Bell crisp taco and a Del Taco crisp taco. And maybe you could save the argument that happens in my house at least once a year.
Oh,
I think Del Taco has better tacos. Will thinks, I mean, they're both shit. But anyway,
right, right,
I
yeah.
think of the two, Del Taco's better. Will thinks Taco Bell is better.
Bean burrito, no onions, extra red sauce, two stuffed tacos, and a little white milk, and call it a freaking day. I'm in heaven. Like that's my
All
jam.
right.
So
So next time
that's
I'll
my
just take
jam.
you to Taco Bell when you come.
Yeah, like I will be fine.
Will is
I
supposed to
don't
go
know.
to the taco truck for Valentine's Day.
Hey, taco trucks
Des.
though. That's the way to go with your Del Taco. Exactly, Des. I honestly, I'm just like not used to. We don't have Del Taco in South Carolina, so like
Ah,
I've barely gone to Del Taco here because we do have Taco Bell here. So I'm like,
well,
I
you
only
know
do it
what
on a
beats
road
them
trip.
all? You know what beats them all? And they just closed the last one here is Taco John's. I don't even know if it's around anymore.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think it's a regional thing. I think
Yeah,
it's kind of an Idaho-ish thing.
yeah.
Okay, so it's time for
Next
you to
one.
read one.
Okay. Wait, we need to do our second
No, we
disappointing
did
whiskey. It's
one.
9:45. We each did one.
Yeah, but you haven't. You yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So we
talked
need to.
about my old granddad.
Which was your first disappointing whiskey?
Yeah, but we never
What's your
read a
second?
story after that.
Oh, are we doing it for each person's reveal?
Yeah, there's three. Yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
gotta lift our spirits.
Okay, got it. Okay, so after all that OGD dissing, am I doing number two? Oh
Whatever
no,
you want.
you
No,
that was the one you
I did
just
number
did.
two.
You
I
just did
think.
that. Oh,
Yeah, you can do
how
any
very
of the other,
appropriate.
any of
How very
them.
appropriate that it was
I did
called
number
number
two.
two. Okay, I haven't read
Oh,
these at all yet, y'all, so
so
bear
up and
with.
smoked tamales.
That's right,
Wow.
tamales. Taco Bell. I
Okay.
don't know about the hard tacos, but okay. I met this rather quiet woman at a bookstore and invited her to drinks the following weekend. She accepted and we met at a place a few blocks from where I live. As we're sitting at the bar, I move this bowl of condoms they had sitting out, and she makes a comment, "Do you think you're going to need one tonight?" To which I reply, "Sure, I love a good water balloon fight." Anyway, the night drags on a bit, and it's obvious this woman is just too dry for me. But I think that maybe she's getting a low energy vibe from me, so I start thinking of ways to liven things up. We're about to leave, and I excuse myself to go to the restroom, taking a condom with me. While I'm in there, I fill the condom with water all the way up and tie it off. I meet her outside next to my car with a water balloon slash condom and say, "So, how about that water balloon fight?" And then gently toss it in her direction. What was this guy thinking? Not at her, mind you, just in her direction. If she had stayed still, nothing would have happened.
Uh-oh.
uh, Instead, she decides to duck like I just winged a grenade at her head. She doubles over right into the path of said balloon. Sploosh. I stood there mortified for about 5 seconds. She just glared at me in shock. And then I started laughing. I just couldn't help myself. She was absolutely soaked. Her nice blouse was sticking to her. Luckily, it was a warm summer evening. And her hair was plastered selectively on one side of her head. That's where it is. Uh,
I would kill him. I would laugh though. I would laugh. If he started laughing, I would laugh, but I'd still be a
I
little
would
pissed.
I would laugh, but also like, oh, can you imagine how bad that water smelled? Like, ugh, smell of a condom is just the worst smell in the world. So
Oh,
I think that
I don't
water
know that I've
smelled
ever
bad.
like really smelled a condom.
Oh, they don't smell good, and I'm sure that water did
Okay.
not smell good. No, that's a
Ew.
no. It's a no. I
Ew.
feel like that's for me like the biggest issue in that story is like this. But
That's
also,
your
if she
biggest
didn't,
issue.
yes, not that you got like a balloon on you, like also that she didn't laugh earlier at the balloon idea. Maybe she
Right?
wasn't the one to do that joke with.
I'm
Like,
I'm pretty sure she gave up all the signals that that was not going to be a
right.
good idea.
Yeah, not working for her. Um oh, like that's amazing. I love seeing that like that being from I imagine the male's perspective, being that she's asking if he needs a condom.
Hmm.
Like the male perspective of how that date was like I would love to hear her telling the same story and how she's like this guy was so weird. He was
Like,
like
oh my God, he had a condom and he filled it up with water and then he threw it at me. And I spent two
yeah,
hours getting ready. My dress
and he
was
was so
ruined.
boring,
I just wanted to see my nibbles.
right? Exactly. Oh, it'd be funny to see the other
Oh
perspective.
God.
But
Okay.
it was ribs, so it held more water.
I can't
Des,
even.
me and Des are just twins. Like, ugh.
Okay, what's your
Uh,
next disappointing whiskey?
okay, so my next disappointing whiskey would be it was one of the Wyoming National Parks releases. So they've done a few of these. I don't know which number they're. This might. I don't think this is the most recent. I've had a couple of their others. I actually took the Grand Tetons one like to the Grand Tetons, and it was super fun, and it was good, and I like that one. This one, it's the Yellowstone Mammoth Hot Springs release, and they just do. It's basically like a smaller. It's not quite single barrel, but like just smaller releases to
Small
honor
bat.
different national parks or yeah, but but like everybody says everything's small like Knob Creek is
Yeah,
small batch. It's obviously not a
true.
huge batch. But we were in Colorado. We don't get these in Utah, and I saw it and I was super excited. And the price is still on there. It was freaking $80, which to me is really freaking pricey for some 98 proof whiskey, but I like other Wyoming stuff.
What's the age on
And
it? Do you know?
5
Does it say?
years.
5 years?
Yeah, Yeah, minimum age at
City
least
for
is 5
a
years.
low proof 5 year, yeah.
Yeah, so and I was totally sold just based on the whole national parks. I love national parks. I know these bottles, the money supports the National Parks Foundation, but
Well,
this
at
one
least
did
it did
not
that,
hit.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, like at least there's that. I haven't been to Mammoth Spring Hot Springs, so maybe if I took it there, it would taste better, but it doesn't taste all
You
that
know, it
great at home.
might. It might.
It's meh at home. So that
Okay,
was my next.
it's 10 till, so I'm gonna pick one of these shorter ones here, and
Okay.
then we'll get moving on these disappointing whiskeys. Has anybody else had that one? I haven't had it.
Yeah, the other
Um,
ones are good. Like, I'm not saying don't buy any of Wyoming's national park whiskeys.
right.
They have good ones. The Grand Tetons one I was totally into. And I had a different Yellowstone one and it was good. This one was just wah, wah.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
I had been seeing the guy for a few weeks. Decided I was ready for our first sleepover. I drank probably too much. When we went to the bedroom, I tried to sexily jump onto the bed, but fell off the other side, which was only a few inches from the wall. I got stuck there on my back with my feet up like a dead bug. He had to move the bed to rescue me. I tried to recapture the sexy afterwards, but he correctly determined I was too drunk for sex.
That's pretty
I
fair.
picture
Yeah.
this lady like maybe in a skirt, because she's trying to be all,
Right.
hey, it's going to be
Yeah.
our first. And, feet up, ass down.
Just wedged into the space between and he's like,
For
uh
sure.
boner
Uh,
go. Oh,
okay.
that's sad.
H and Oak says, yeah, 90 would be a no from me for 5 years and low proof. Yeah. Appreciate the craft thing for sure. And sometimes
Yeah.
you kind of want to
Yeah.
support that they're, giving it, but not for that price. Not for that price.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna answer. They don't like physics. So I mean, I'll give it to like Wyoming. Their water is like all glacier water in Wyoming. It's distilled there in Wyoming. I think even all the grain is in Wyoming. That might not be true, but I know the water is 100% from there, and they're very close to those to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons. They're in Kirby, Wyoming. So they just like because of their area are honoring the national parks, particularly the ones in their area, but there's not like anything physically associated,
So,
which is fine.
so my next one was, and this is no secret, I was so excited. Actually had to like hunt for it here because we're allocated and they hide shit. So I'd like hunt for it. I found a couple of them. I have one in the Women Whiskey's bunker still, I think. But I'm gonna tell you guys, for the price, the Remus Gatsby was a huge disappointment. It
Oh,
was
yeah, there you go.
freaking bendy, and it was no better than the Remus 7. And I wasn't a huge fan of 6 or 7, or 7
Yeah,
or 8.
yeah,
Even if it would have came up close to Remus 5, but the price was high and it was just a letdown. I mean, it's still good if it was, yeah, $70. I think it's a
yeah.
$70
Right,
bottle. $70,
right.
I would say, would be the top I would want to pay for that. So I was
How much
very
is Gatsby?
disappointed when I cracked it.
How much is Gatsby MSRP ish?
Two, can't remember now what I paid for. I want to say 250 maybe. Somebody know for sure?
Oh, so but we're talking like over $200. Yeah, so this is one of those
I
ones where it's
think
a
it's 200 or 250. I'd have to look it up. The fact that I don't remember that is ridiculous. It tells me I buy too much whiskey. So
mm,
if someone knows the MSRP on that, then yeah,
yeah,
I'd be curious what that was. Yeah,
yeah,
I okay, 250-ish. Yeah.
yeah. You're right.
So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot of
Seems
freaking
good.
money for a bottle that you're like, I don't want to pay more
Oh,
than 80 for that. And even 80 would be pushing it. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Good on you for being
227,
so
yeah.
honest. Good on you for being so honest. I feel like I would try to gaslight myself into believing that it was better than it is. You know, like I would try to
Yeah.
convince myself that I like it more than I do. But in a blind fight,
So,
it would kill every time. It would die
yeah.
every time.
Well, and I will be honest, when I first drank it,
Yes.
I was like, okay, this is good. In fact, I did a review on it. You guys can a little 3-minute review and talks about, okay, I get this and I get that, and it's okay. And this, but then at the end, I'm like, I don't think you should pay for it,
Yeah.
not that price. But even then, you can see if you go back and watch the review that I was like almost trying to convince myself because I just spent so much freaking money on it and I bought
Yeah.
two of them.
Right. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Bye,
Good night and
Auntie.
see.
Thanks for hanging out. Uh, yeah, that's brutal. Mm-mm. That's rough.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't with that one. All right, let me get a quick story. We've
Yeah.
got
So
okay, here we go.
Dustin really likes the Gatsby. And that's why we all have our own tastes and our own palates because someone else was just raving, God, about something. And I was like, what was that? I don't remember now. It'll come to me after I'm not on the stream and I'm sitting out there on the couch.
Okay, so I'm reading one. So, okay, here's a Reddit story. I've never read these before, so give me a break. He was my brother's wife's brother. So we spent Easter Sunday at his sister's house, just hanging out in a 100% platonic way. But then we just sort of started spending all of our time together. I was staying at his house, but we're still 90% platonic. After 3 weeks or so, he had taken a shower and came out looking very sexy in just shorts. He sat down next to me, and we had not even held hands yet. But I had been looking at his body. I asked him, "Is that a mole?" It was about as big as a pencil eraser and dark red on his outer thigh. You guys, it was a booger. uh, a bloody
This
booger
guy?
on his thigh. He apparently he always blows his nose right before he gets out of the shower, and he had a booger on his outer thigh. We had been
Why would
dating less than a month, and we're having a Netflix and chill evening. We were naked, spooning, and fell asleep. Oh wait, this is another thing.
Okay, why do you guys do that? Okay, gentlemen, why do you feel the need to shoot snot and boogers out your nose in the shower, not knowing if they're going to go down the drain and someone's going to have to clean them up? Why do you
Oh,
do
that's a good
that?
point.
Get out of the shower, get a tissue, blow your nose.
I'm just trying to figure, like, had he turned off the water? Like,
Yeah, how
that
did
it
it
was
stick
still
to
on
his
his
leg?
leg?
How did it stick to his leg?
Like, I get the shower, the steam helps loosen things up, whatever. But just like, why? Like, so the water was off, and I don't, or was the water on and he just,
Maybe it was such a big booger that it didn't want.
right? I have follow-up questions. But
Oh,
amazing that that was like their first time hanging out, unclothed.
oh my God. Can you imagine though? It's like you're looking, you're like, oh wow, you should get that mole looked at.
Right? Like, oh,
Oh
is
damn,
that a
never
mole?
mind.
Right? Like,
I'm
oh,
gonna go
great.
wash my hair now. Parks Place because no one is watching. That's the guy walking down the street that goes and then like shoots it out his nose onto the concrete.
Oh no.
I've seen that and it's like almost an instant gag reflex. It's so gross.
Nope, nope. Or just like spitting on the sidewalk right in front of you. Like, please don't.
Mm-mm. Oh my God. Okay, so what's your next disappointment? Oh, ew.
It was impressive. Okay, so my last one of disappointing whiskeys was a blood oath. It was the blood oath part. This was from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Uh, a good few years ago. This is from 2020. I think we got it the next year, but according to the back,
Yeah,
this
I
was
think
like
it
the
was, they just
2021
did
release.
9, right?
I don't even know where they're
Did
at.
they come
I
out?
like
I don't have a 9.
this made me absolutely uninterested. Like Nick got it because he could. We were newer to whiskey. We didn't know much about it. There was a lot of fuss about it. Nick is a sucker for the gimmicks. And I tell him
Nick
this
was
all the time to
FOMO
his
like
face.
I do.
Like I tell him this all the time to his. So he's like, "Well, it's neat though, because the whole 98.6 proof thing, like being like, body temperature." And I'm like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the body
like
temperature.
the average body temperature, probably not your average body temperature or my, just overall in general. So like,
Like an
so
average.
and yes, and William Hott, they do have a cool box. And I like, he's 100% sold on the gimmick. And I'm very like, if I'm going to drop that freaking money, it
Yeah, we have
better,
one.
like, I better have seen multiple reviews by people that like I trust and have a good palate or whatever, or like, or that I know that company or whatever. And I just know it's going to be good. Uh, so yeah, and it was finished in a Saturn's cask. I know I'm
Oh,
saying that
see,
wrong.
I don't like things that are finished usually in a Saturn's cask anyway. But funny you picked that
This was the
one
first.
because that was the first blood oath I ever had, or maybe it was 6. It was either 6 or 7 was the first one I had. And I thought maybe it was just a one-off, like yucky one. But I didn't want to go buy another one at that price because I wasn't sure. And then
Yeah.
Will brought one home. So I tried that one. So then I bought 9. I apparently am not a Blood Oath fan. I do not think they got any better. I do not like their profile. I actually kind of think they're crap.
Yeah. Well, like I feel validated because I've definitely seen multiple people since then try other ones and said this is what I was like giggling about as you were talking. That's so painful. Did she pluck it? Like did she full on did this make Michelle freeze? Uh oh. I think we broke Michelle. Am I also broken? Let us know if we're both broken or if it just happened to Michelle. But I will say, are we both broken? Michelle is frozen. I'm checking in the chat to see. Oh, you're back.
See, at first you froze on my side, and then it was what I saw, and I'm like, oh, how'd you on it? And then my whole thing went wonky.
Oh, for me, you were totally frozen.
I'm having apparent issues, but see, it shows like I'm hardwired in over here. Everything looks good.
This is
I did
proof.
close out that giveaway tool in the background, but see, we still have, if you look down there, it still says device is not
Yeah,
connected.
it's
I don't
still,
know what that is.
yeah.
We
I
have
don't know
something
how to
weird
change
going
it.
on with our StreamYard guys. There's some device hooked up to Women Whiskeys. We can't find it.
I think we're fixed though.
I hope so.
Wait, did we get the answer on if the hair was pulled out or not? I
Oh
really,
yeah, was it?
Mr. Mom, did just a little. What do you mean just a little? Oh, that would hurt. I feel like that. I like as a female, I can't actually relate. I don't have juice hairs, but I imagine that would be very painful.
I love H&O. I don't know what you guys already talked about because apparently I was in Frozen Land, but that's freaking funny.
It would have been great.
Ah.
Yes, it was pulled out. Oh, ouch.
Hi, Robotic. Robotic has an opinion on that Blood Oath 7,
Oh,
4, and
yeah?
6. Okay, so,
Profound check. Wait, what do you mean by proof hound check? Just as a clarification. Like they're good even if you're a proof hound, or like proof hounds won't like them? Because I'm a bit of a proof hound.
First place. What exactly was what? I don't.
We're so lost.
I'm reading that one way, and I know it can be read multiple ways, so I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Oh, it was. It was pulled out.
Yeah. Ouch. I'm so confused about the chat right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. What? I'm really
Everybody's
trying to
like,
figure out what the hell is going on in here.
right? I'm like, why fluffing rice?
What? Are we on a whole different topic?
Okay. What is
Okay.
happening? Maybe we missed like a part of the chat in StreamYard.
Malam, I'm kind of scared to ask what you mean by that. Okay, so here we go. If you're in a rice cooker when you cook it, and you take a fork and you make it puff up, Yes, I do that. I
Yeah.
don't know
Is
what
that
else could be there, but we're gonna go with that. Okay.
yeah, I'm like, is that not what fluffing your ice means?
I don't know.
I
I'm
will
following that. I'm gonna go with
I will
it.
tell I messaged Nick before the stream and asked like if he could remember any disappointing dates or anything. And he reminded me of one. So every year for our anniversary, because we went to this hotel when we got married, every year for our anniversary, we go to this hotel. It's very cheesy. Like it has like themed rooms and stuff. And
I
one of
love
the
that.
rooms, it's like super cheesy. It's our thing though. We get a huge kick out of it. And they have the best chocolate covered strawberries. And so one of the rooms that's the hardest to get is the New York suite. And so one year we couldn't get it for we had never been able to get it. But Nick was able to get it for my birthday instead. So we couldn't reserve it for our anniversary, but we reserved it for my birthday.
Okay.
But there was a big so we're like super excited because it'd been like at least 6 years of trying to get this one room. And on that day, there was a big windstorm. So we get to the hotel. They didn't call us or anything. We get to the hotel and they're like, yeah, so like we don't have electricity. But you can still stay. And we don't have hot water. And like the thing about that hotel is like every room has like a really huge, big ass hot tub kind of thing. And it's like, we don't have electricity, but you can have like this one little lamp. Not even a lamp. It was those little candle flame things, that you like
Oh
switch
yeah,
on
yeah.
or
The
put on.
flameless candles.
Yeah, so it was like a little tea light, one of those for like a two-story room. By the way, this room has stairs in it and everything. And they're like, you can have a couple of these things
Yeah.
in your room that has
Enjoy.
no electricity and no hot water. And they're like, so we're like,
Did they charge you full price though?
well, yeah, they were like, it wasn't going to change anything. So we're like, we'll at least get to walk around the room. So we like checked out the room. We're like, oh, this is a cool room, but no, we're not paying this much money to stay here with no electricity or hot water, um, or light. So
So now that's weird to me because I was just telling this story the other night, and I will shorten this, I promise. Will and I drove, he's saying he's not spontaneous. And he's not, by the way. That man has to have a plan and like agenda. So when we were early on, we were living together, and I had kids, he had kids. So kids go to mom's house. We're going to be spontaneous. We're an hour and a half where we lived then from the beach. So we're going to drive to the beach, have a nice couples night away from the kids and the stress and all the stuff, and just have a night.
yeah,
My husband, he checks weather. He plans it out. He gets the tires checked, the oil checked. That's who he is. You don't put your suitcase down till you check for bed bugs. Like he's got his list in his head. So we're driving and it's close to spring break, and I'm like, wow, there's hardly any traffic. I'm so surprised. Okay, get going, get closer and closer. I'm like, wow, this is great. We must have hit right between college and high school spring break. This is freaking awesome. There's this
uh-oh.
big stoplight I always get stuck at when I'm coming into town at this beach town. I'm like, it's blinking. I'm like, or no, it was out. And I'm like, oh my God, the light's out. This is great. I'm drive right through.
All
Drive.
signs are
We don't,
go.
yeah, and we don't have reservations anywhere, by the way. We just
Uh-huh.
got in the car. We were spontaneous. We drive to
That's
the oceanfront resort. It's the nicest one in the town, which, I
yeah.
mean, it's a Shiloh Inn. It's okay. But it's the nicest one in the town. We go, hey, I know it's probably last minute. You don't have anything, but do you happen to have a room? And we had, backup plans. We were going to check out if they didn't. And they're like looking at each other. What? And then I realized the whole place is dark. And like, did you not watch the news?
We were
And
driving.
the one time my husband didn't check the weather, didn't check the news, there had been a tsunami, which never happens on the Pacific coast, that came through, went up over the hotel, knocked out power. They hadn't had power in that town for 5 days. We went to the grocery store, all the shelves were bare.
No.
So they give us a room overlooking the ocean with a gas fireplace, some glow
Uh-huh.
sticks, and a flameless candle for $25 a night. Best freaking date ever.
See, it pays off. It pays off. That's legit.
So
I would totally. That's a campsite's reservation
yeah.
fee. Like,
So we called
that's
mom and we're
legit.
like, hey, we're going to stay an extra night. And they gave us another night for 25 bucks. Halfway through the night, the power came back on. We're like, shit.
You're gonna charge us for this.
So much fun.
That's freaking awesome. I was like worried that I was like, well, and now Will took that as a never be spontaneous
Oh yeah,
again kind of
no.
thing.
He has not been spontaneous since. I can't think of a time.
I'm very much a like, oh, you know what? It's been a shit week. I'm just gonna go camping this weekend. Let me just find a campsite real quick. Like one time I just borrowed back when I had the Jeep, I borrowed my husband's car so that I could drive to Moab and just camp overnight. And I was like, it was like 30 degrees outside at night. And I was like, I don't care. I just want to be away. And get a
Yeah.
ride to work.
It was I like to be spontaneous, but I've been married to Will so long now. No.
Yeah, yeah.
That I yeah,
it has its uh ups
you
and
just
downs for
you
sure.
find the balance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
We
your
are
last one.
I'm gonna get into my last one here.
And then we'll be
Um
doing Plinko.
so my third disappointing whiskey was the entire Elijah Craig barrel proof line from 2024. Are they good? Yes. Are they? And I have had all of them since they started doing this. That
Yeah.
this last year was absolutely the most unimpressive, underwhelming line that they've ever done. Granted, I've never met one I didn't at least like, but it
Right.
was by far the most underwhelming, and I'm
Yeah.
so disappointed. Which is why I am drinking the C923 tonight.
Because you're
Yeah,
lucky
Mullen,
and
I
you
did.
got C923.
C920, C923, nailed it.
Oh, C920 is beautiful. You had told
Waiting
me
for
this
the C batch.
earlier.
I was like, okay, the C batch will be fine because sometimes they really miss the mark on the A and B.
Right.
I'm like, I'll wait for C batch.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, we skipped it. The C batch. We got the A and the B
yeah.
of last year, and then we're like, fuck it.
Oh,
We're
and
gonna.
Dustin, the larceny that in 2024 was just as bad. It's like they got
Mm,
together and just screwed the pooch. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, Heaven Hell just was missing. I wonder if there's been a change up in who's picking these or what the deal is, or
Well, I
like
do
back
know.
when they were barreled.
We did. There was Idaho did a bunch of picks, and they did like barrel proof and not barrel proof. Those were fucking fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm drinking barrel proof. I'm already saying the F word. All right.
Uh, I do think they're like in general the quality of their like regular barrel proof releases kind of went down when they started doing the private picks because they're
I would
shuttling
agree.
off stuff, for that. So,
Yeah.
um, I now have a B523 poured and A124 to
And
do a
what do you
little
think?
year comparison. I haven't tried the A124
Okay.
yet. Oh, oh, sorry. A dozen roses going to my girlfriend's job
We're both
Friday. She's
kind
coming
of.
over. Seeing the weekend. Damn, you're going all out. I don't I don't do Valentine's, so
Oh,
we don't have plans, but
Murphy tried to
that's pretty
roll
cool.
over on his back and put his legs up like this, and he fell off the chair.
And that's his awkward date story.
So simple. I love it. In fact, the other night we had one door cracked, like out to the cigar room, and then the
Mhm.
slider to our dining room was closed. He went out from the cigar room, out back, and we're like, he didn't come back because he loves the snow. He didn't come. He's gonna freeze. He's too stupid. He's gonna die. So after about
Yeah.
20 minutes, I go in the house to get something, and he's sitting by the back patio door, waiting for someone to
Lemonade,
let him
it's
in.
called.
He went out the door where we were all sitting and was waiting at the other door.
Oh, numbnuts.
He's so simple.
Uh,
I love him so much.
Daz
Okay.
and I are twins again.
So you're comparing the two, right?
Yeah, I was
Now
just
the
reading
two, what's
somebody.
your final? Did you say your final one? I can't remember. You did, right?
I did. Yeah, it was the blood oath. Yeah.
All right. So
Uh, somebody was somebody was
we
asking
need
about
to
the
embellish the
A125.
You what?
Somebody was asking, H. Oak was asking about the A125, and
I don't know anything about it.
yeah, I think James Morgan was responding saying that Jason said it was a pass. I'm guessing Jason C, but that Kurt, a Scotch fan, is on board with it. Uh,
Mm. Okay, so we're so similar. It's creepy.
she doesn't do V-Day either. I'm big. Me and Michelle were talking about this before. I'm big on that's what your anniversary is for. Like that's the
Mhm.
day for that stuff. I don't really get Valentine's, and people get really hung up on it and like specific things and whatever for it, and I'm just I'm not into it.
So I think Valentine's
To
Day.
each their own.
Well, I think Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's overmarketed. It's this and that. It's a money grab. I get that. I think it has a place in brand new relationships. I believe that Valentine's Day can make or break you in that first new relationship. But after a while, I mean, once you've done one, I think you can be good. I think
Yeah.
really important dates are if you are spiritual in any way, shape, or form, whatever those dates are for you, great. I
Yeah.
think that birthdays, you're celebrating another year being on this earth and bringing in oxygen. Celebrate
Never
that
too many
day. It's
birthdays.
one
Yeah.
holiday. Unless you're a twin, you don't have to share it with anybody else.
Yep. Yep.
And, I think, and then if you're married, your anniversary, which
Yeah.
me and
Yeah.
Will both forgot this year, both of us. We both forgot our anniversary.
Wow. Way to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, we did. We both did.
Wow. Nick is the one who always remembers way like a month in advance. We'd be like, so what do you want to do this year for our anniversary? I'm like, I don't know. Oh. And maybe I think she's got friends over. They might be on the using the internet and it's busting it. We've been oh, see that makes sense, Mr. Mom. Like, and I'm not coming at anybody. Some people are super romantic, like, and that's like their love language that works for them. Like that's cute when it's especially that early. But um, like to each their own. It's just not my person. I'm hoping Michelle's gonna come back again, like what happened last. Yeah, there she is.
What the heck?
I think it's just an internet thing
Well,
tonight.
luckily we have IT and our electrician coming out in the next couple of days. So
Michael, romantic with my wife on our anniversary. Valentine's is for your side piece.
oh wow, okay.
Wow. Wow.
So really like I don't want to fight the Valentine's Day crowds or whatever. We're driving down our little town. You've been to our town. It's not big, but we are in the metropolitan area. We're driving down the main street of this little town, and we're like, behind the mercantile market is a taco truck sitting back there looking sketchy as shit. And I'm like, you know what?
That's
We
a
should go
good
there on
one.
Valentine's Day. He's like, let's do it.
That's a good one right there. Yeah,
I
and
like that.
it's today's the 12th, so it's on Friday. Yeah,
It's
we're
on
both
Friday,
working.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, so here's the deal. We have Patreon Plinko that we're gonna play. If you're a patron, new or old, doesn't matter. You have the opportunity to possibly play. We usually do the StreamYard giveaway tool and we share the screen and it does fireworks and shows who won while it grabs the comments. We're afraid to share it because we have done some research and realized that there is something with StreamYard and the StreamYard giveaway tool that's pulling too much, and that's why we're losing our audio. And especially tonight, since I keep buffering, we're not going to share the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
But Adriana has always tracked. We all know she is trustworthy. I mean, I'm a little sketchy, but put your trust in Adriana.
Am
We
I doing
are
the
going to run
giveaway
the
tool
giveaway
then?
tool. What's that?
Am I running it? Or are you
No,
running?
I'll
You want
run
me to
it,
run?
but you're also going to
Okay.
see it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
So
like,
we
I
are
don't know
going to
how.
run the same thing. We're going to do our hashtag Plinko, do it the same way we always have. You're just not going to be able to actually see it till we figure out what the heck is going on.
I mean, Matt is the best Valentine's. Who doesn't want Matt Porter as their
Ooh,
Valentine? Is he
Matt's
gonna
kind
go,
of
or
cool.
is he gonna take his lovely wife out?
I
Who knows?
don't
She might
know.
be working though.
I would say she might be working.
Yeah. So he might do a live stream. I don't know if it's posted.
Okay.
Dave with a goom.
So some
All right,
people
so
here already know what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, I see it.
cheers. Hey, and also Katie Turk came in earlier. What's up, Katie?
I was gonna say
Always
I
just
didn't see
drinking.
Katie come in. Is when was it when I
She's
was
not there
stuck on
talking
some
though.
weird frozen face? Okay.
Quite possibly. But also,
Hi,
hi,
Katie.
Wise Guys Stew. So patrons, put in that hashtag Plinko. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized, just spell it the way you're
Yep,
already seeing it in chat.
hashtag Plinko, and we're gonna get ready to give away some more free shit. If you just joined Patreon and you're new, let us know that because I am scared to move tabs. I am afraid that my whole entire thing is just gonna collapse. So, all right, here we go. We all know what's happening now.
Patreon Blinko, it's a game to play. With whiskey in our hands, we'll make your day. Support the show, enjoy the fun with the women of whiskeys. Cheers, everyone. Well, now you know, yeah, it's time for Patreon Blinko.
Uh-oh, what happened? I was dancing and looking at the chat. What happened? Did you drop the ball? Did the ball go flying? Like, I already, like, actually, why am I asking? I know exactly what
My
happened.
biggest Plinko fear ever.
No. Where did it go? Bear with. Bear with.
I think
Oh, that mic is on the right setting. We can't hear you no more. If only I could sing. Right? Hey, you found it! Yay!
woo-hoo!
And we still have
Okay.
audio so far. Killing it. Killing it.
Killing it. All right. Well, I haven't pulled up the giveaway tool because I was scared to until
That's right.
once I started freezing, I was terrified. So I closed it out. But
We're blaming your side piece, Michael.
oh yeah.
Or Malam. Hashtag blame
Mom's fault. We determined that last year, or last week,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay, I got that in.
Good thing Murphy didn't eat it. Yep.
I actually was very surprised. He was too busy with his legs up in the air snoring. So, yeah.
I'm just still thinking about the story of the lady who was like legs
Feet
up,
up.
stuck in the side, and I'm like, is that what Murphy's doing?
Yeah.
All
right.
This is why I only sing in the car by myself.
So everybody did their hashtags, it looks like. You should pre-record a bunch of Plinko falls just in case something should ever happen.
There we go.
What's funny is I'm taking a lot of the women whiskey stuff out, and I just found like 3 Plinko balls, and none of them were in here. And all I could think of was if I lost this Plinko ball and none of the other ones are in here, then that's my fault. Okay. We're going to collect some comments. How many Plinkos do we have in here tonight? We have, you guys, there's only 5 patrons in here doing hashtag Plinko.
Good odds.
I love that. I mean, I don't love it because I want more patrons to be in here, but only 5 of you showed up to do hashtag Plinko. So good odds to play some Patreon Plinko. All right, I'm going to draw. Dun, 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 dun. You can't see it, but I can. Dun, 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 dun.
One day I'm going to get a drum roll for this.
Dun, dun. Michael WMD is a Plinko player.
Mr. Side Piece over here. Extra balls on standby. Y'all join the Patreon so we can afford extra Plinko balls.
Yeah. We need more patrons to actually show up to play. So if you're here every week, spend $4 a month and come play some Plinko. All right. In fairness, it is late. Good question, Michael. Very good question. Let's see what the chances are tonight. Here we go. A Women of Whiskey's Glen, a Women of Whiskey's Beanie, a Wow Stolzel Nosing Glass, leggings, a New Criminals and Cocktails Blend, Wow Boxers or Briefs, an Elijah Craig Pick, or a Wow Whiskey Thoughts journal and pen.
This is comment of the night. You can donate it to your side piece.
And then, so this is kind of, I don't know if you can see it. This is the mini Glen with the Criminals and Cocktails logo on it, but that's the new Glen that's on the board. I'm not showing you one of those because I haven't even done anything but pull one out to look at it in the box. We only have 6 of them total, so that's why it's on the Plinko board. So I just need you to tell me.
No, he's on that
D for
diarrhea story.
Great minds. All right, let me
D
get this
for
Plinko board.
disappointing dates.
I usually have this up before the song ends, but I was trying to chase the Plinko ball.
That's fair. Yeah. A little hard
Again,
to do all
still
the things.
haven't figured out the best way to do this in the new whiskey library yet.
But we're not moving the mic closer.
The cigar bar is all set once we get that. Okay. We might have to solo me to see if we can get full visual on this.
Got it.
Hey, my camera is low. Just knocking tables over. It's fine. Will's like,
I was like, what just happened?
I told him those end tables were not heavy enough, but what do I know?
The tables are wobbly.
It could be that I'm just an idiot.
Never.
I can't reach this shit.
Like a fix too soft. Oh no, the ball just dropped somewhere not in the Plinko board, didn't it?
Can we just start this whole thing over? All right, Murphy's trying to help me. He found it.
Bear with. Murph coming to the rescue. Way to go, Murph.
Here we go.
Way to go, Murph.
I'm gonna pull this shit together. You guys ready?
There we go. This is working. Here we go. All right, back to the solo. Hey, perfect.
Okay, guys who are new here visiting this channel, we are often off the rails, but not usually like this. I have a new setup in a new whiskey library, and I'm really struggling. It will be better.
Shit show. It's a
Love me
shit
for
show.
who I am. Okay.
Yeah,
A, B, C, D. Here we go.
Let's go. Boom, 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 boom.
5. This freaking.
Número 5.
I'll just drop that ball again. I can't have balls.
It is women of whiskeys, okay? No balls allowed.
5 is the new Bitters and Cocktails, Glenn.
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay. I love that
awesome.
so much.
This is the first one.
Yes. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. We know.
Now you're talking.
It's
a shit show.
I love it. It was like poop show. Poop show. Sorry, guys. I promise it's. I mean, okay, Adriana, in all fairness, she's been here. You know what I'm working with.
Yeah, it is like a tight squeeze, wobbly tables, hard to get the lighting and everything, like right. So yeah, it's a.
But the cigar bar is now built, and now we're just doing like walls and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll see me in there soon. And
So
we're
nice.
literally building in lights and whatnot. It's gonna be amazing.
If y'all like my imperial yellow color back here, I bought way too much paint, so I can bring it up.
Oh, we know
I
my
love this
husband.
shit.
He has bought stencils to do like a brick thing around the archway, and then
Oh boy.
but the back room where the old bar sits, the bar that you're used to seeing me film in front of.
Yeah.
He said that's all mine. I get to do whatever I want with it. I can set it up for filming, but it's still in the whiskey bar, so people go in there and get their bottles. But it's my space. I can decorate it. I might need yellow.
I've got imperial yellow and golden orchards. And that wall is imperial yellow, 2 coats. This wall is 1 coat of imperial yellow, and then a top coat of golden orchards to get just the right yellow vibe. So I can give you the hookup. I really obsessed over the yellows.
Hello. Cheers. I am
Hello,
drinking.
Bud. He was here earlier.
I know. I was just saying. I was recognizing the comment.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Life Pig Barrel Proof C923. probably
I
shouldn't be
am
drinking breast strength.
I'm drinking ECBP B523 and A124. And the B523 is definitely better
Yeah.
than the A124.
I just
Haven't
wasn't a fan
painted
of the
a
24s.
I can't
Just
be
like,
trusted to be at home alone too long because I will paint something. Like my kitchen island's painted, the kitchen wall is painted, the living room's painted, the bedroom's painted, this is painted, and I really want to paint the hallway because I feel like I need something.
here's
I
a
got
good
a
question.
light switch plate and I need a paint so that it goes well with the light switch plate. That is literally my rationale.
Oh.
I'll send you a
So
picture.
here's a good question. It's like the opposite. What's the most like anti-disappointing, which I guess would be like surprisingly good whiskey of 2024?
Well, and I think Des suggested this earlier also of like another stream topic of ones we didn't expect to be all that good and then like really surprised us in a deal. Which I was like thinking, but I'd really have to think on that one.
I have one that
Like
comes
I
to
think it's a
mind.
good one.
I have one that comes to mind right away. In
I will
fact,
paint my hair.
there's like this much left in it, and I told Will I was going to finish it. Once he told me we had another one, we got it.
See, Daz, I see you. I see you, boo. You and me.
Nice. I can't even open my own cabinets anymore.
They are kind of confusing which way, like which side is the side to open. So
Well, some you have to push for them to release, and some you just pull open. And that's stupid. They should all be the same. So if the Frank August, I fell in love with this.
oh shit.
I did not know. I love this. This is so good.
Okay.
Have you guys
See,
had it?
you already start. I feel like for me to do that stream, if we were going to be drinking them, I would need to get a sample of that Cavalon, I think it was, that Will introduced me to when we were at the cigar bar last time.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
freaking loved that pour. I was like, I think it was a Thai whiskey.
Yep.
It was so good. I was like in shock because it was so good.
So send me a note about that, and I'll do that. This is Frank August. Holy moly! I'm just telling the one. I'll have plenty more if we do a stream. But it's only 100 proof, but full of flavor. I'm in love with it. I'm gonna leave it out. If I don't finish it today, I'll finish it tomorrow. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
That's so perfect.
Oh, James Morgan. C918. That's going back to the day.
Oh man. The oldest I have is a C919 and I only have a tiny bit left. Ah, dang.
It is from Taiwan. It was
Taiwan, not Thai. Sorry.
Will has one, I believe. And
so good.
When we went out the other night, right? Didn't we get one there too?
Yeah, he got it and let because I'm nosy. I'm like, can I try some?
Yeah.
And it was so if you like rum, I feel like it's more rum to me than whiskey. It was so good. I was very happy. Also, there was a great pitbull there that I was in love with. So it was like the perfect combination.
Great cigars, great whiskey,
yeah,
good drinks.
Good ventilation for those of us who don't smoke cigars. It didn't smell bad.
Yeah, it was great ventilation, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should do that stream. I know we've got kind of our next couple of streams packed with the collaboration with that distiller, and then coming up, more to be revealed. And I won't be here next week. You know, life happens, and I have something I can't get out of. So, but I still have another short that we filmed to drop.
Okay.
I do have some new designs that are going to come out on our website, and some of our old ones will be going discounted to clearance amount, and we are going to retire those designs. So,
ooh, buddy.
If you're $20 or more patron, you have some options that are coming out right now. And after that, they will drop down per availability. Good stuff. I can't tell you how happy I am that Adriana joined Women Whiskeys. I'm so happy.
It's so fun. We're
Maybe
slowly
to
working
balance
out.
out my foot out.
Yeah, we're slowly working out the kinks and even just getting the stream started and
Yeah.
messing things up in the background. So
And you
we're
guys
just
have
there.
been great, like embracing us while we go through this transition. You know, we kind of, well, we didn't jump into it. This has been in the works for a minute, but once we decided to do it, we haven't had time to really like determine what that looks like. You guys have been awesome, just kind of rolling with us. So.
It's community rules, obviously.
And we keep saying that we're going to end on time, and we just haven't accomplished it yet, but we will. Is everything going to have a purple streak in the design now?
I should.
Better question. Do we need a coin with hammy on it? Like
Oh, that would
hammy
be
Ellie or
cute.
hammy mustard? Or, I mean,
That would be cute. Oh, I forgot. I was like gonna call her over because her bed's there, but I forgot I kicked her out because she was farting again. She gets farty on Wednesdays. It's like she knows she's got to go. But Hammy,
oh,
she's a cutie. She's a cute little kitty. She's a sweetie.
so they're all like, yes, yes. More dogs.
Okay.
You know, Mom, I'm telling you, we have
How
dogs.
do we do that design?
Dog's sitting right here. I just have to figure out my situation to get him on camera, and then she has to figure out her situation to get Hammy on camera.
I just got to get her to not fart on Wednesdays because she could lay on the daybed that's right behind me. It's
So
the
feed
farting.
her after the stream.
That's so late. That is
Oh,
so
yeah,
late.
yes, it is.
Also,
Well,
I have to
maybe
trick her
like
into eating.
a morning
Okay?
feeding and then a night feeding. I don't know.
Yeah, she gets morning and evening fed, but you have to trick her into
Oh,
eating, and the cat will eat her food. She's not very food motivated. It's a whole thing. She's a
okay.
weird bitty.
Let me know from where you get your challenge coins, please. Yes, Michael, if you could send me an email because my brain is so full. If you send me an email, I will make sure and do that. But that will remind me. Nova's wrapped in a blanket burrito. Nice.
She's
Spotting.
Dutch ovening you.
Okay, there's 23 people that still hung out.
Awesome.
Because you
cool.
all stayed till the very end, you get to hear my dating story that I
Ooh.
look like an asshole. Not an asshole.
Oh boy.
It's definitely at my expense. But you're here. You stayed. I'm gonna tell you. Okay.
Oh no.
Wait. What's that?
I like the format. Let's keep it fluid, but never mind. Oh, I think diarrhea.
Oh, got
Keep
it.
it fluid.
See how I made her say it? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So here's my story, and it doesn't have the D word in it. My youngest is going off to college, and it's emotional and all this stuff. So we decide we're going to take her up to look at the school that she's going to go to. We stop for lunch, and it's going to be like a mother, dad, daughter going off to college date, right? We go in, we're sitting there, everybody's very quiet. It's very, nice. It's pasta and all these things. And I sneeze. And when I sneeze, I toot.
You sneeze fart. You snorted. Sneeze
I
toot.
snorted. But not only did I snort, I started laughing because I'm so embarrassed because Jocelyn very loudly goes, "Mom!" And Will instantly is pissed. So now I'm nervous because he's pissed and she's embarrassed
Jess
and
is
I'm
embarrassed.
nervous. What do I do when I'm nervous? I start laughing. And what happens when you've already, so now I'm simultaneously tooting and laughing.
Just snooting away in a fancy
Very quiet.
restaurant.
And they're all looking at me now. And Will's face is getting redder and he's getting madder. And Jocelyn's getting more horrified and wants to crawl under the table. And so what do? Just to get out so people can't hear me. But I'm still laughing.
amazing.
So embarrassing.
I could just like see that in like a Bridesmaids movie or something, you know, like one of these like comedy. Kristen Wiig is like laugh farting her way to the bathroom.
It's laugh farting all the way.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, even worse than
great.
that, we went back to visit my daughter at college and they had shut the restaurant down. So the big joke now is Mom shut down an entire restaurant.
It's because of you.
Mom.
It's because of you. They had to get shut down. Nobody trusted it after that.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah,
Practicing
Mom.
the whole restaurant.
Yeah. Just now. Thank you for making that even bigger in my brain. Yeah, I did. I probably killed the old couple by the door. Okay.
You're a murderer.
You guys are welcome. Thank you for hanging out at the very end. That is your prize, my complete and total humiliation.
You're welcome. Now you all know the story.
Oh my
See,
God.
we reward our watchers, our viewers.
Yeah.
You know,
Those of you that are diehard to the end, you get rewards.
yeah, exactly.
My dignity.
You know, the price we pay. I'll come up with an embarrassing one for later.
I won't see you next week. But meanwhile, I'm going to drop a couple of our shorts. Keep checking your Patreon because stuff's going to be coming down the line. And thank goodness.
They're burning the bread.
Are they burning the breadsticks? It is forever on the internet. Oh, I did kill the old people.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Good night, everybody. Remember, we talked about throwing ice in it. We talked about all things. There's no wrong way to drink it. Just do it.
Just drink it.
Good night.
Good night, all. Cheers.